Hi, Saen Higgins here, and in this video, we're going to talk about, can you refinance with a tax lien on your property? In this video, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts. Refinancing options, no refinancing options. In this video, I'm going to take a potentially bad situation and turn it into profitable gold. Stick around because we're going to show you step by step how to take what some would consider an adverse situation and turn it into profits. And stick around. At the very end of this video, I've got a special bonus for you, so stick around for that. So can you refinance your property with a tax lien certificate on? Absolutely. You know, it's funny, the legality of tax lien certificates is pretty ironclad. Okay, you either get your interest rate or you get the property. The county is not going to let property taxes go unpaid, no matter who has the property. Eventually, somebody's going to grab that property. They're going to have to bring them up in current. Otherwise, the county will not issue clear title. So refinancing a property that has an existing tax lien certificate on it is really not a problem. Because if I'm going into the refinance it, it's not considered like a bad debt. It's not considered, oh wait, you didn't pay your credit cards? Or oh wait, you didn't make your car loan, or wait, you didn't make your mortgage payment. This is the beautiful thing about tax lien certificates. On either side of the balance sheet, it's not reported. Okay, so it's not like the county's reporting to the credit bureaus. I mean, the reason I laugh about that, they don't care. So they literally would have to hire somebody that would have to file things with TransUnion, Equifax, and all. Those are private companies selling information about you and your credit worthiness to other credit issuers. The county doesn't care. If you don't pay your property taxes on it, all that happens is there's a lien placed on the property. They don't sit there and say, we have a public announcement. It doesn't happen that way. So it literally will not even show up on the financials. And a mortgage company that's refinancing wouldn't care either. They're refinancing and say, hey, do you realize there's delinquent taxes on this property? No, and then they would consume those into the new loan. So let's say it's $4,000 or $5,000. Before they would close on the refinance loan, they would pay those off and put it into loan, or you would have to pay them off, or whatever the case. It depends on the lender is what they would do on that. But it's not going to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. You can go all the way back to 1992, I want to say it was, when Donald Trump was in all the trouble with the Taj Mahal, and they were filing bankruptcy on it. He actually notified the people, his friends and what have you. He said, hey, guys, buy some liens on the Taj Mahal as casinos because we're not paying the taxes on it. We don't have the money to do it, and y'all could earn 18% on your money because that's what New Jersey is paying. They're paying 18% with a 2-year redemption period. And so as in the New York Times. So, I mean, again, it didn't affect anything on a financial purpose on that at all. All he was doing is alerting all of us, hey, you guys, we ain't going to pay it because we're not solvent right now, although we will be. But at the end of the day, if we don't, you're going to get the Taj Mahal for back taxes. He knew that wasn't going to happen, but there you go. So can you refinance with a tax lien on your property? Absolutely. There's no reason why you can't. But here's the opportunity that you're looking at there. Can you make money on this? Well, heck yeah. So think about this for a minute. Think about how many properties out there that haven't been paying their property taxes. Regardless of the why, it doesn't matter. Because here's the deal. You're not taking advantage of a property owner. They already owe the money. You're not doing anything by buying a tax lien certificate that already hasn't been done. The county has a legal mechanism that goes into place in every single county in the United States. Once a property owner becomes delinquent on the property taxes, a tax lien is placed on it. Typically, that interest rate is anywhere from 16, 18, 20%. If it goes to more than 1 year, and then now the county has the opportunity to bring those up for sale. Still doesn't affect the property owner. Okay, what that allows the property owner to do is buy themselves what? Time. Because if this whole mechanism of tax lien certificates being offered for sale wasn't even there, the county would have one choice and one choice only, and it wouldn't be pretty. It would be to take people's property. Imagine if you missed your payment for 1 year, oh, they take your property. It doesn't work that way. It literally takes, before somebody can physically take your property and wipe up all your, and they own the property, everywhere in the country, a property has to be 4 years delinquent on the property taxes before that can happen. In the interim, between that first year and that fourth year, or excuse me, third year it would be, because a total of 4, you and I can go in there and take the place of the county. I mean, the county needs this money. They're going, dude, okay, we got schools, we got bridges, we got law enforcement, we got medical, we got all this infrastructure going in place. There's 25,000 homes being built in the Folsom area, okay, in Northern California. I'm looking at this project and I'm looking at all the ad valorem and property taxes and everything else that's generated. That's what they're looking at. $25,000 homes, $25,000 in Northern California. No, this is not 1960. Okay, 25,000 homes that have to pay $25,000 different tax bills on there. So each one of those homes has probably got about, I don't know, $2,000 to $3,000 a year in property taxes. Okay, a lot of money for the county. That's why they're behind these projects. So regardless of whether you have a tax lien on your property or somebody else does, it doesn't matter. And I think this is really important to understand, because a lot of times I get people go, you know, Sean, I've been watching your videos, I've been following you online, I've seen you in live conferences, and it feels like we're taking advantage of some people. It feels like we're really doing it. And there's nothing could be further from the truth. Because even if I have a tax lien certificate on my property, I can refinance it. It doesn't go against my credit. It doesn't go any of that. Every county in the United States, you cannot take somebody's property for a minimum at the earliest 4 years. They're given every opportunity possible to make sure that doesn't happen. And if I get a property where the owner is living in the property, I can give them options. The county can't. So by you and I stepping in there, we're giving them benefits. So I'm doing some developments right now, and I'm looking at subdividing a piece of property out. We've got to subdivide the property out. We got to show where the roads are. We got to show the values of each one of these properties and what the predicted sale price of each one of these properties. All the county is looking at is, what do we need to do to help you put the infrastructure in here so we can get these properties built so they can start paying, you guessed it, property taxes on it. So no matter how you slice it, there's a win-win for everybody. But make no mistake about it. If one of those property owners fail to pay their property taxes, there's an automatic mechanism that goes in place. And you need to be careful that you're buying liens on the right property. There are a lot of pitfalls that I see new and beginning investors fall into all the time. So first of all, just to clear it up, when you don't pay the property taxes on a property, nothing happens. It doesn't happen. It doesn't affect your credit, doesn't affect your financial statement. Literally nothing happens for a minimum of 4 years. Now, granted, there is a lien placed on the property, but the property owner, it's not like something goes against their credit or anything else like that. It's buying them time. When they go down to the county to pay it off because they forgot, or the mortgage company, whatever the circumstances, it doesn't really matter. They're not paying you, they're paying the county. The county sees that you're the lien holder of record. You get your check within 5 to 10 business days. That's the long and the short of this. That's how it works. This is exactly how this works. So if you want to refinance your property and you've got a tax lien certificate against the property, it literally doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. If I want to buy a lien on a property that has a pre-existing tax lien on it, it doesn't matter, because you can never get rid of a tax lien certificate. Now listen, I'm simplifying it for the fact of this is the mechanics of how it works. There is a lot of research and everything you need to do to make sure you're buying the lien on the right property. And right now, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. You go to higginsmethod.com. That's the link right down below. And I've got a free, you've heard that right, a free course that shows you exactly everything you need to do to avoid all the pitfalls and make you and your family financially stable. We'll see you on the other side. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.